A major shift is coming. Here are the signs. Have you felt it lately? A strange feeling that something in your life is changing? Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, just different. Like life is quietly preparing you for a new chapter. Many people experience signs before a major transformation occurs. The problem is, most people ignore them because the signs rarely arrive in obvious ways. Today, we're going to talk about some powerful signs that a major shift may already be unfolding in your life. And if several of these signs resonate with you, this message may be arriving at exactly the right time. Sign number 1. You feel restless for no clear reason. One of the first signs of transformation is restlessness. You may suddenly feel uncomfortable with routines that once felt normal. Conversations that once interested you now feel empty. Places that once brought comfort now feel limiting. You can't fully explain it. You just know something inside you no longer feels settled. Many people mistake this feeling for dissatisfaction, but sometimes restlessness is not a problem. Sometimes it's preparation. Growth often begins internally before anything changes externally. Your spirit may already sense that your current season is ending, and when that happens, the old version of your life begins feeling too small for the person you're becoming. Sign number 2. Certain people begin leaving your life. This is one of the hardest signs to accept. As life shifts, relationships often shift too. People drift away. Communication changes. Connections weaken. At first, it can feel painful or confusing, but not every separation is a loss. Some people are assigned to one chapter of your life, not the entire story. And when you're evolving, certain relationships naturally stop aligning with your growth. This doesn't always mean someone is bad. Sometimes your energy, priorities, and direction simply change. And as difficult as it may be, making space is often necessary for new opportunities, healthier connections, and greater peace to enter your life. Sign number 3. Your intuition becomes stronger. You begin sensing things before they happen. You walk into certain environments and immediately feel uncomfortable. You start recognizing red flags faster. You feel drawn toward certain opportunities without fully understanding why. Your intuition becomes louder during periods of transformation because your awareness is expanding. The challenge is that intuition rarely screams. It whispers. And in a noisy world filled with distractions, many people ignore it. But if you've been repeatedly feeling nudged toward change, pay attention. Your inner guidance may already be trying to lead you toward your next chapter. Sign number 4. Old problems begin surfacing again. This surprises many people. Before a breakthrough, unresolved issues often return. Old fears, past wounds, emotional triggers, painful memories, habits you thought you had already overcome. At first, it feels discouraging, but healing often works this way. Life brings unresolved pain back to the surface, not to punish you, but to release you from it. Sometimes the things returning to your attention are the very things you're finally ready to heal. Don't mistake resurfacing emotions as failure. Sometimes they are evidence of transformation. Sign number 5. You feel drawn toward something new. A new idea keeps appearing in your mind. A dream you ignored suddenly feels important again. You become interested in subjects, opportunities, or goals you never cared about before. This is important. Life often introduces the future through curiosity first. What consistently captures your attention may be connected to your next season. Many people ignore these inner nudges because they seem unrealistic, unfamiliar, or inconvenient. But some of the greatest life changes begin with a simple feeling. I think I'm meant for something more. Sign number 6. Things that once worked no longer work. The routines that once helped you now feel ineffective. The strategies that once brought results stop producing the same outcome. The path that once felt clear now feels blocked. This can feel frustrating, but sometimes life disrupts old patterns because they're no longer capable of carrying you into your next level. A major shift often requires a new mindset, new habits, new environments, new decisions. And before those new things can fully enter your life, the old systems begin breaking down. Not because you're failing, but because you're evolving. Sign number 7. You experience more synchronicities. You think about someone, and they suddenly contact you. You repeatedly hear the same message from different places. You notice recurring numbers like 1111 or 333. Conversation seems strangely timed. Books, videos, and ideas appear exactly when you need them. Many people call these coincidences. Others see them as signs of alignment. Whatever you believe, synchronicities often increase during periods of transition because your awareness becomes more sensitive. You begin noticing connections you previously overlooked. And sometimes, life communicates through patterns before it communicates through results. Sign number 8. You feel emotionally and spiritually exhausted. Transformation can be exhausting. Why? Because part of you is letting go, while another part of you is trying to emerge. Growth requires emotional energy. Healing requires emotional energy. Change requires emotional energy. Sometimes the exhaustion you're feeling isn't weakness, it's transition. Like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, Transformation often feels uncomfortable before it becomes beautiful. Be patient with yourself during this season. You may be carrying more internal change than people around you can see. Sign number 9. Deep down, you know change is coming. Perhaps the strongest sign of all is simply an inner knowing. No proof, no explanation, just a quiet feeling that your life is shifting. You feel it when you wake up. You feel it during quiet moments. You feel it even when nothing obvious has changed yet. Never underestimate inner knowing. Sometimes your spirit recognizes change long before your eyes can see it. What to do when you feel a major shift coming? First, don't panic. Not every change is meant to destroy you. Some changes arrive to free you. Second, stop resisting every uncomfortable feeling. Discomfort is often part of growth. Third, trust yourself enough to listen to your intuition. And finally, remain open. Major life shifts rarely arrive exactly how we expect them to. But often, they lead us exactly where we need to go. If you've been experiencing several of these signs lately, take a deep breath. You may not be falling apart. You may be transforming. A major shift may already be unfolding beneath the surface of your life. And while change can feel uncertain, it can also become the beginning of something extraordinary. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust that your current season is not the final chapter of your story. Sometimes life becomes uncomfortable because your soul is preparing for expansion. If this message resonated with you, comment, "I feel the shift" below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Clarity and Wisdom, and turn on notifications for more wisdom, healing, spiritual insight, and personal growth. Remember, the signs are everywhere. The wisdom is within. The journey begins now.